Hello, what's up, everyone? Welcome to my first podcast ever. My name is Curby Gremlin, and I'm from Detroit. In this first episode, we're going to talk about video games related with English language skill. As you can see, English has become the first international language used by many people based on the user rating from United Nations. We can see there are so many medias and technologies use English language as their operative language in their own brand, especially in video games. Many people, teenagers mostly, play video games all the time to entertain themselves or maybe to achieve some rare moments in video games. Of course, English language has also the important role in here. Through video games, we can improve our English skill, especially speaking skill. Today, the expert guests here are going to share their opinions, minds, and thoughts about the effectiveness of video games for English speaking skill. These guys are professional players and also mastering English language. Please welcome our first guest, Enigma. And the next expert guest is your average chill dude. What a nice name. Okay, so there are 5 questions that I would like to ask to this both of these expert guests, and I'm going to deliver the first question. The first question is for Enigma. Okay, here are the first question. According to you, Enigma, about these two terms, what is English language and video games? Go.
Actually, I don't really play games anymore due to my limited time for finishing assignments. But based on our topic today, I really enjoy how to play the game while improving my English skills. Basically, I can improve the way I read the text or sentence when I see the conversation text, and I also can listen to them and I can practice what they say about the conversation. So it is really a great opportunity for me to enhance my English skills. But it is not only for learning purpose, but also to be implemented in my daily activities. Since we are the students from English Education Department, it is a good media for us to learn English. What is it? With autodidact? Yeah, something
Mm.
like that. And I think it is really good since we both of us, three of us have similar background knowledge about games. Yes, I think it's
Okay, good, good.
for
So what you're saying is between the combination of English language and video games have a good positive effect for us as the players, of course, to improve our English speaking skill. Okay, I know what you're saying. What about you, chill dude? According to you about the two terms that I just mentioned before, what is English language and video games according to your point of view? Go.
Okay, first, English language in general is a language that is used internationally, and it is one of the most spoken language in the world. And it is important to learn English because this of era of the globalization, everything, almost everything, use English, like this phone, my laptop, my book, ingredients, television, movies, music, and anything. Yeah, I think that's why it is important to learn English or any foreign language. And about video games, I actually I have been playing video games since I was kid. It's around 2 years old. So I don't know what to say. Video games is a part of my life now. So in video games, there is so much vocabulary that you can get, and I like playing role-playing video games, which is has a lot of conversation, and the conversation is also helpful because you can imitate the conversation for the real life situations. Okay, thank you.
Okay, good, good. So what you're saying is English language in video games has a good positive effect for for our environment to learn and to improve more about our English language skill. Okay, I know. Okay, good, good. So here's come the second question, for childhood. Okay, why do you think video games have a big role for English speaking skill? Go.
I don't say directly about video games will improve your speaking skills in English because by playing video games, we meet people. Especially if you play online video games, you will meet people who speak English, right? And from them, we talk with them because we are team and team needs teamwork. And if you want to do teamwork with people, you have to talk. And by doing that, we speak English, right? And we have to speak English. We have to know the vocabularies, and that's why video games could improve you. Improve speaking skills. Thank you.
Okay, good, good. So you mean that the interaction to the other people, to our team, that will make us improve for our speaking skill. Okay, good. So Enigma, what do you think? Why do you think video games have a big role for English speaking skill according to you? Go, Enigma.
How should I arrange the answer? Actually, it is not only affect the speaking skills, but also teach us how to mention some words, vocabulary, or sentence briefly and correctly. Based on my favorite games, I really like Final Fantasy and Persona series and Final Fantasy series. So whenever I play them, I always listen to the conversation without skipping the cutscene. The best moment I really like to enjoy the speaking skills while playing the game is when I play uh, Persona, the Persona series, especially Persona 4. Okay, so there's a moment where a character meets his or her own shadow, their hidden self, so that entity will tell everything about the target self, but the target will deny it because they feel ashamed to accept the reality. So whenever they refuse to accept it, the shadow will be berserk and it will transform into a big creatures and attack the target. And then the point I really like from that phrase is they will use the phrase like archaic old English such as thou art I and I am thou. He has established the new confident, the namely full arcana. Something like that. Because of that, it improves my speaking skills not only based on the modern English but also old English, since old English is related to literature and artistic part. So that's why I really think that the conversation in the game, especially the games with a high level of literature, will improve the speaking skills.
Okay, good. That's it. Okay, nice, nice answer, Enigma. So you were saying that the English speaking skill have a big role, especially in literature and also the artistic phrases, like any kind of phrases and clauses that we can use, such as from the Old English itself. Okay, good, good. Okay, here comes the next question. So this question is for Enigma. What are the positive effects on playing video games to improve our speaking skill, according to you? Go, Enigma.
Uh, One thing that I like from role-playing games is when we have options to answer what is the best answer that is suitable for the question. For example, like there's a NPC ask the main character about something, so there will be maybe around three until five options to answer. So before I choose one answer, I will practice it first. For example, like the NPC will ask about what should we do before the fight begins, and there will be around three options. For example, like first, prepare our things first, and two, wait for the or wait for the moment, and three, leave the battle. So before choose the option, I will practice the sentence first, and because of that, it really gives me a good opportunity to practice my speaking skills based on how I read the text and tell it to myself. Is it great? Is it has good pronunciation? Do I read it correctly? And then, so after that, I will listen to the response, and it will enhance my motivation to keep playing while learning the speaking skills.
Okay, good, good. So what you're saying is the positive effect of playing video games is give us to more pay attention to what are we choosing and what are the response from the NPC itself. So it gave us more motivation to improve our speaking skill. Okay, nice answer, Enigma.
Yes.
Okay. For your average chill dude, what do you think? What are the positive effects on playing video games to improve our speaking skill based on your opinion? Go.
Okay, for speaking skill, let me think it. Okay, so let me take an example. For example, Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. In Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, there are various characters and different characteristics, and they talk in different way, right? For
Yes.
example, the main character, Carl Johnson, is a black guy, and he talk must be different. He speak different from white people, right? And
Yes.
then in GTA 4, the main character is from Russia, and it has different accent. And also in GTA 4, there's a character named Little Jacob. He's Jamaican, and it's hard to comprehend what he say. But by over time, because you hear it more and more, you will understand. Uh, but it needs repetition, and actually not only speaking skill, we can improve our listening skill. As I said before, we will listen to the characters talking each other with different accents, different dialects. Yeah, I think there's so many things, but I can't say all of them. Okay.
Okay, good, good. Thank you very much, Children, for the answer. So the positive effects, we can improve our speaking skill through some characters from the video game that has different accents and also different languages. So we can speak in English but in different accent. So they give us more knowledge about every accent from another country. Thank you, thank you. So here comes the next question for both of you. Okay, do you for Enigma for your average childhood, do you think it's possible for the players to improve their speaking skill through playing video games the whole time? If it's yes or no, can you give a reason for your answer? Go.
The answer is yes, because when we play video games, we will listen. Before we listen, uh, before we talk or speak, we have to listen how it sounds, right? And by listening the characters speaking, we know the sounds of the words. For example, uh, "What's up, man?" Like that. We don't know
So
if
man.
it's just written, right?
Yeah.
It could be "What's up, man?"
Oh,
It
yeah.
could be like that, right? If we don't listen to them, right? And
Yes.
by playing online video games, you can improve your confidence, not only skills, because you need confidence to talk with people online. You don't know them. Maybe they angry because you get wrong idea what they say, and maybe what you say to them. Okay.
Okay, good, good, good. So it is very possible for the players, not just from their speaking skill, but also from their listening skill, because they have a different interaction and different response to the character in the video game that give us motivation and also inspiration to do something more in video games, of course. Okay, for Enigma, do you think it's possible for the players to improve and develop their speaking skill through playing video games the whole time? What do you think? Can you give a reason for your answer if it's yes or no? Go, Enigma.
50-50, yes or no, depend on the situation.
Oh, it depends on the situation. Okay, so it doesn't have to be 100% uh, support us to improve our speaking skill in playing video games. Okay, I get it. And of course, most of the people say that it's very 50-50 to improve our every skill, especially in listening and speaking skill through video games. But I think it's very good and clear answer to know that uh, sometimes it's possible and sometimes it's not. Okay, the last question for both of you. For this one is for Enigma first. Enigma, do you have any suggestions that you think are very useful for the learners out there who want to improve their speaking skill? I mean, besides from video games, anything.
Okay, 2 points. The first, be confident and make sure that you do not regret about your English is bad because it is not our original language. Just be confident. Either you mention it wrong or correct. Second, don't overdo it. Make sure to use English based on the situation. Not every day, not in every place, but make sure to use that well.
Okay, okay, good, Enigma. So we have to pay attention to what are we saying in a native language, especially in English, since English language is a international where there can people from the outside can use it in another country. It is a first communication language where it's used based on the UN. Okay, good, Enigma. So, chill, dude. What do you think? Do you have any suggestions for the learners out there who want to improve their speaking skill?
Okay, there are a lot of things that can improve our. Uh, okay, it is simple. You have just to listen more. By listen more, you get vocabulary and how to say it. That's simple. For example, you can use uh, videos from YouTube, music, movies, that anything audio that relate to English. And I mean to relate in English is the audio is in English language. Okay.
Okay, good, good. So the learners can use several medias besides from video games like musics, videos, movies, but on English skill, English language. Okay, thank you for Enigma and also Average Children for presenting as our guest today in our first ever episode of podcast. Alright, that was an interesting insights from the players who actually are very expert in playing and speaking at the same time. Take a note on this, guys. Manage your time well on learning and playing. That way, you guys will be able to succeed in the future and maybe you can get your future career by just using your English language skill. And of course, don't forget to pray and keep up the good work. That's it for this episode today. Hope you guys can watch my next episode of my podcast. See you guys, and I'm Jay Curby Gremlin from Detroit, signing off.